fingertips, to feel it trailing across her bare thighs. A cough had her pulling back, her breathing heavy. Or, at least, she tried to pull back. Dolor's grip was granite as he turned to the intruder. Kisa turned as well, startling at the red eyes devouring her. Those eyes were set in a face that belonged on the sides of buses, it was so pretty. He was the kind of handsome that leaned towards feminine, which really wasn't Kisa's type. Still, she found herself wondering what it would be like to lick the smooth edge of his jaw. She quickly snapped her gaze down. She had read enough fantasy books to know better than to look a vampire in the eyes. He chuckled, and it felt like a finger sliding down her spine, forcing her to arch into Dolor. Dolor gripped her more tightly. "Good evening, Dolor. Who is your lovely companion this night?" His voice was deep, and the Russian accent lacing his words had her panties wanting to flee to the floor. "Fuck." "Turn it down, Vitri, before I turn it down for you." Dolor's words held nightmares and shadows, and she gasped as she felt the demanding lust recede. The vampire chuckled. "My apologies. I didn't realize she was claimed. You really should train your pets better, friend." Kisa stiffened at that, her spine straightening as her chin jutted up, glaring at the man. "I'm no one's pet, and you should learn better manners. Consent matters, asshole." Her words were crisp, and out of her mouth before she could think better of it. Apparently her filter had disappeared with her mental shields that had hidden this world from her for so long. The man tilted his head back and roared with laughter. It was a good laugh, and Kisa felt herself soften. Her eyes slid from his handsome face to his sharp canines. Elaborate tattoos of red ink ran down either side of his neck in symbols Kisa didn't recognize. His long silver blonde hair slid back and hid those tattoos from her once more as his head came back down. His gaze danced with humor and hunger as he watched her. "And now she stares at my neck so. Truly, Dolor, have you taught her nothing? She practically screamed my name across the bar. If the others sense you have a baby necro here, they will not be pleased." The vampire Vitri turned those red irises towards Dolor, who had stiffened beside her. "Times have changed, Vitri. The old ways are no more." Dolor spoke softly, sounding perfectly reasonable even as she felt his fingers dig into her hip. "Even so, if she caresses any of my brethren the way she did myself, we will have a problem." His words themselves seemed threatening, but there was no violence in them. He sounded as if he were simply stating a fact. Kisa blushed. "I didn't touch you. It's not my fault you sent your creepy cold sex magic at me," she grumbled, staring anywhere but at the attractive male in front of her. Silence followed her words, and she looked back, startled to see the man staring at her in shock. His eyebrows lifted as he looked at Dolor. Dolor shrugged. "We'll handle it." "She's unclaimed." The man suddenly sounded a great deal more threatening. "Do you know what my coven would give for an unclaimed, untrained necromancer, Dolor?" His focus returned to Kisa, sliding across her skin like a lover's touch. The hunger was back. She felt white-hot lust pour into her, caressing her in places not meant to be caressed in public. She shuddered, and her lids fell, suddenly heavy. A sigh slipped from her lips. Once her eyes closed, her brain screamed at her, attempting to shake the glamour. Hot. It was so hot. Maybe she should just take her clothes off. No, not hot. Cold. She had felt cold in him. She reached out again, gripping the ice in his chest, jerking it forward to press her overheated flesh against it. "Enough!" The voice was rough, the accent so thick Kisa could barely understand the words. Her eyes snapped open and she took a step back. The vampire was kneeling in front of her, his pupils dilated, his fangs elongated. His chest rose and fell in ragged pants. He dropped his gaze from her, his hand reaching up and massaging his chest. She had the urge to reach forward and run her hand down his white curtain of hair, to soothe him. She hated seeing anyone in pain, so she did. Kisa stepped closer to the kneeling vampire, his head nearly reaching his collarbone.